Good evening, I'm Jeff Vaughn.
And I'm Lena Wynn, and we begin with campaign 2016. 5 state primaries tonight, and we begin looking at the GOP results, where Donald Trump blew away the competition with a clean sweep. Trump wins Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. So updating total delegates acquired at this time, Trump has 949, Ted Cruz has 556, and John Kasich has 152. Candidates need 1,237 to win the nomination.
And on to the Democratic side tonight, another strong night for Hillary Clinton as she takes home 4 more states: Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut, inching ever closer to what seems like the inevitable nomination, while Bernie Sanders was able to score a win tonight in Rhode Island. So updating total delegates acquired at this time on the Democratic side, Clinton has 2,138, Sanders a little over 1,300. Candidates need 2,383 to win the nomination.
So both front runners inch closer to the delegate total needed to clinch the nomination. The strong night by Trump gives him a chance to secure enough delegates to actually avoid a contested convention. Yeah,
for more on tonight's results, we turn now to KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan, who's been following this all night. Dave?
Jeff, Lena, it was a big night for Trump and Clinton as they both positioned themselves for the fall campaign. The sparring between them has already begun, even at a distance. In New York, a more subdued Donald Trump declared his sweep of the 5 Republican primaries is a knockout against the rigged political system in America.
You know, the best way to beat the system is have evenings like this, where you get record-setting votes, where you get record-setting delegates. I use the analogy of the boxer. You know, when the boxer knocks out the other boxer, you don't have to wait around for decisions.
I want to thank everyone.
About 100 miles down the New Jersey Turnpike and I-95, Hillary Clinton supporters were cheering her primary wins as well. She fired away at Trump in what triggered a long-distance rhetorical battle between the two leading presidential candidates.
Now, the other day, Mr. Trump accused me of playing the, quote, woman card. Well, if fighting for women's health care and paid family leave and equal pay is playing the woman card, then deal me in.
I call her Crooked Hillary. She's crooked. She'll be a horrible president. She knows nothing about job creation. Her husband signed NAFTA, which destroyed this country economically, I will tell you.
Speaking of her Republican opponents, without naming the obvious target, Clinton warned her supporters.
They would make it harder to vote, not easier. They would deny women the right to make our own reproductive health care decisions. They would round up millions of hardworking immigrants and deport them. They would demonize and discriminate against hardworking, terror-hating Muslim Americans who we need in the fight against radicalization.
Trump declared himself the presumptive Republican nominee, and his California campaign director told me Trump's sweep is a defining moment in the campaign.
It's the first time in the campaign when Ted Cruz is mathematically eliminated from being able to get the nomination. And that will boost the momentum we have coming into California, and then we come here Friday with a tremendous amount of momentum behind us.
Trump will be speaking Friday at the California Republican Convention in Stockton, and his opponents, John Kasich and Ted Cruz, will also be addressing the convention. Speaking to his supporters in Indiana, where the primary takes place next Tuesday, Cruz said Trump is a creation of the media.
Now, the media want to say everything is decided. And the question is, can the state of Indiana stop the media's chosen Republican candidate?
Democratic Senator Bernie Sanders, whose campaign also appears to be on life support now, told an enthusiastic crowd in West Virginia it's not over yet.
When we stand together, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish.